You do not live alone. I know that sounds strange. Your room is quiet, nobody else is here, but there is someone in the corner. Sitting on the floor, small, watching you. You cannot see them, but they see everything you do. Every choice you make. Every time you hold back. Every time you shrink. They have been here your whole life, and they have been waiting for you to notice. Your inner child never left. That is the thing nobody tells you. You grew up, your body changed, your voice changed, your responsibilities changed, but that younger version of you, still here, still sitting in the corner, still carrying everything they felt. The fear of being too much, the need to earn love, the belief that something is wrong with you. Psychology calls this your inner child, the emotional part of you that formed early, before you had words for what you felt, before you understood the world. That version of you recorded everything, every moment of rejection, every time someone made you feel small, every unmet need, every wound that never fully closed. And here's the part that changes everything. That version of you is still making decisions, right now. In your adult life, you think you are reacting logically, you are not. You are reacting emotionally, the way a child would, the way that child learned to survive. And you have no idea it is happening. Because the most powerful wounds are invisible. You cannot see them in the mirror. But you feel them every single day, and they have a very specific shape. You meet someone new. You immediately wonder if they like you. That is not confidence. That is an unmet childhood need. You work incredibly hard, but never feel good enough. That is not perfectionism. That is a wound. Someone gives you a compliment. You immediately dismiss it. That is not humility. That is a child who was never truly seen. Someone raises their voice slightly. Your whole body tenses. That is not sensitivity. That is a nervous system trained early, trained to expect danger, trained to read tone like survival. This is what childhood trauma does. Not always the obvious kind, not always abuse or neglect. Sometimes it is quieter than that. A parent who was emotionally unavailable, a home where expressing feelings was unsafe, a classroom where being wrong was humiliating, a friendship where loyalty was conditional. Small things to the adult eye, enormous to a child who could not process them. Your brain recorded those moments as threats and built a system around avoiding them. That system is still running in your relationships, in your career, in how much space you allow yourself to take. But here is what nobody tells you about this system. It was never broken. It was brilliant. It kept you safe when you were small. The problem is, it never got the update, and it is still protecting a child while you are trying to live as an adult. Have you ever reacted and surprised yourself? Someone canceled plans. You felt a rage that did not match. Or you shut down completely, went quiet, withdrew, and had no explanation for why. That is your inner child reacting, not your adult self. Psychology calls this an emotional flashback. Your nervous system time travels. A current situation triggers an old feeling. And suddenly you are not 30 years old. You are 7. Standing in that moment again. Feeling exactly what you felt then. The adult part of you disappears. The child takes over. This is why self-sabotage happens. This is why reparenting yourself matters. This is why you repeat certain patterns. In every relationship, in every situation that feels like the old one, your inner child is looking for resolution, looking for the outcome that never came, the apology that never arrived, the reassurance that was never given, the love that felt conditional. And until that child feels heard, they will keep pulling you back to the same dynamics, the same people, the same pain. But there is something more specific happening. Something most inner child content never explains. Your inner child is not trying to hurt you. They are trying to tell you something, and the message is hiding in plain sight. Look at what triggers you most, not annoys you, triggers you. The things that hit disproportionately hard, someone ignoring you, someone dismissing your feelings, someone choosing others over you, someone making you feel invisible. That disproportionate pain is a signal. It points directly to the original wound, the place where that need first went unmet. Psychologists call this the core wound, the foundational belief your inner child formed about themselves, about the world, about whether they are worthy of love. Some children learned they must perform to belong, so the adult overachieves and burns out. Some children learned emotions were dangerous, so the adult shuts down when things get deep. Some children learned love was unpredictable, so the adult anxiously seeks reassurance or pushes people away before they can leave. Every pattern has a root. Every root has a child at the bottom of it, sitting in that corner of your room, still holding what they were never taught to put down. And the healing does not start with strategy. It does not start with routines or habits. It starts with something much simpler and much harder. It starts with turning around, seeing them, actually seeing them for the first time. Healing your inner child is not regression. It is not childish. It is not weakness. It is the most advanced emotional work you can do, because it requires you to hold two things: the adult you are now, and the child you once were, and to give that child what they needed, even though the moment is long gone. This is what reparenting yourself means. It means becoming the safe adult, the one your younger self needed, when nobody else showed up. It means when you feel rejected, you do not spiral or shut down. You pause. You ask what is actually happening here. Is this the present? Or is this an old feeling returning? It means giving yourself what was missing. Validation, consistency, permission to take up space, permission to feel without punishment, permission to need things. None of this happens overnight. Inner child healing is not one moment. It is a series of small moments. Every time you choose compassion over criticism, every time you stay with discomfort instead of fleeing, every time you stop calling your needs too much, something updates, slowly, quietly, like a file finally being saved correctly after years of being corrupted. And the person in the corner of your room, they start to stand up. When your inner child starts to feel safe, your whole life reorganizes. Not because external things change, because your reactions do. Someone cancels plans, you feel mild disappointment, not abandonment. Someone gives feedback. You hear it as information, not as evidence you are not enough. Someone pulls back slightly, you notice. But you do not spiral. You do not catastrophize. You do not lose yourself. Because the child who needed constant reassurance is finally getting it from you. Your relationships deepen. Not because you found better people, because you stopped recreating old dynamics. You stopped choosing people who confirm your wounds. Your confidence grows. Not because you achieved more, because you stopped requiring achievement to feel worthy. Your boundaries become clearer. Not because you became cold, because the child learned they are allowed to say no. This is what inner child healing actually produces. Not a perfect life. A different relationship with yourself. One built on something that was always supposed to be there. Safety. From the inside out. There is a child sitting in your corner right now. They have been waiting a very long time. Not for the world to change. For you to turn around. If this opened something in you, subscribe. Every alternate days we go into the parts of you that the world taught you to ignore, and we help you understand what they are still trying to say.